Hey guys, and welcome back. This is crazy. A few days ago, I made a video called Why Roblox Trends Are Killing the Development Dream, and then after that video, someone hit me up and said, hey man, I need you to build me a map for a line game. So yeah, from killing the development dream to building a Roblox trend it's crazy work. Anyways, today I have been commissioned to build a line game. They want 50 spots and they want it to be a Halloween themed map. So the idea is you are in a maybe a graveyard, we'll say, and you're working your way up to a haunted house. Once you go into the haunted house, you have to go through a maze. They want that themed like the back rooms. I'm lost, honestly. The back rooms mixed with low poly graveyard, I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but that's what they want, so that's what I will do. First things first, we're gonna do the 50 spots. I think I could just copy these down. Let me go ahead, turn that off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm just gonna copy these down. We should probably delete the last one, so we can just copy and paste. I think this is gonna work great, actually. Here we go. Here's all of our spots. I used a Surface GUI and a text label because there's no shot I was gonna try to upload all of these decals and just risk getting banned. That's not something that I want to do. So let's see how many of these we have now. I wonder if my plugin will work on a folder. It will. We have 48. That's great. So we need 49 and 50. We're just gonna grab 1 and 2. Perfect. And we'll put those back here. That's looking pretty good. So if this was straight, you'll start here and you'll work your way down this line. Now a bunch of decorations and some boring stuff too. I actually have to name all of these. He's gonna make a script to display the number, but I still have to name the parts. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And then we're gonna think of how we want to decorate this thing. All right, guys, just got all of these named. That's a bit of a relief, okay? It took me a little bit of time. Anyways, before we get too far on this map, because I don't have a big plan. In fact, I've already built this map once. It just didn't turn out great, so I deleted it. And we're gonna restart now. But elevation. I know that's something that needs to happen or else the map is just gonna be, yikes. So I think what I'm gonna do, let's go 5 studs and we're just gonna raise these up by 5 studs, all right? And then we're gonna grab the next set as well, something along these lines. I'm not trying to make them exact. Like I wanted to have a little bit of variation. Move those up 5 studs. And then all of these, they're gonna be at a bit of a flat spot for a little bit. So we're gonna move all of these up, we'll say to about here. Let's go here to 5 studs. All right, so this, no, wait. That's gonna not be enough room on the flat. You want the new players to not experience the growth, all right? We're gonna go about there, all right? So now we can make this ground. We'll just do a very temporary thing here. We'll just make this ground up. Perfect. Duplicate it again. Bring it up. Nice. And then one more time. But this time we're gonna be going up and we're gonna be going over. Just like that, guys. This is already so much better. It's not. There's a couple extra parts. All right, I'm gonna figure out the game plan here because now that this part is like this, maybe we'll pull it back a little bit and we can still center the house. I think that's gonna be pretty important here, but I'm not exactly sure yet. If we have the house on this side, what do we put on this side? Maybe just a big gate. Let me check in with them and make sure they like this layout. If they do, we're gonna move on. I also have all of these Halloween props made already, so hopefully we can use some of those because yeah, it would save a lot of time. And I forgot to mention they need this game by tomorrow. So I have 1 day to build this map. All right, guys, I just organized the workspace. I got my asset pack over here on its own little base plate, and I got everything anchored, grouped, named, etc. This will just help their team, make stuff work a lot faster, especially since they're on such a tight deadline. Another thing, these are just so close, so I think I need to just scale this back maybe once or twice. I just want to find the middle ground of that. That one looks pretty good. How about here? That one looks good, and over here looks good. Now, I'm gonna just go ahead and put a pretty big part over here. This is gonna represent the haunted house. I'm still gonna have to find a reference for it because, yeah, haven't really made a haunted house before. I think I've made one super low poly one, and it wasn't great, all right? Since we have this done, now we could start getting some, we'll call them asset sets. We're gonna have like a fence, maybe a web on some, maybe some pumpkins around some, maybe some border pieces, tombstones, etc. So I'm gonna start with a fence and a gate, and I'm gonna make a few different asset sets. I don't know what else to call them. And then we're going to use those to place around the map, and it should give us a good bit of variation. All right, guys, check it out. I made a sort of sunken one. We have another sunken one, but with the base on it and a bear trap, and just 4 different variations of these gates. Now what I'm going to do is grab all of them, open up our brush tool plugin, one of the most useful plugins, by the way. I use it so much. We're gonna get rid of the pumpkin, and we are just gonna add in our props that we made into this brush tool. We want probably no scale because we already set the size of them, so scaling them doesn't really make sense. No wobble because we already did that automatically as well. Wobble is sort of the axis that something is gonna be left on. And then rotation, it probably we're gonna have to redo those either way. So we're just gonna activate the brush, and here's the idea. So let's paste one here. Yeah, it's gonna look a little bad for a second, guys, but we'll get it figured out. Let me just get them all kind of stamped on, and then afterwards we can really work on it and make them look a lot better. So here's an example. They definitely look a little bit rough. So we're gonna sink all of these into the ground like so, and then we're gonna have to rotate them so they're sort of matching up with our path. We want to do something like this. We don't need any of them to be like super straight by any means. They just have to look, like they sort of belong, at least. So I'm going to work on that, just positioning them and making them fit in the spaces where I stamped them out. And hopefully that's going to bring a lot of life into the game. After that, we'll see what we're going to do next. I'm saving the haunted house for last because, man, I'm not exactly looking forward to it. In fact, I'm not exactly sure why I took this commission because I just made a video sort of bashing the whole trend thing. But hey, pretty hard to say no to a commission at any time if you're a freelancer. I guess it wouldn't just be a freelance. It's kind of a weird way to say it. But I'm gonna get all of these placed, and I'll see you guys when that's done. Guys, this only pasting these props, guys, has already brought this map so much more to life. I think these hill things that I have are just sort of a cheat code. It makes things feel like they're not just placed down, but more so warped into the environment. Check it out if we click play. Wow, there's already a bunch of stuff. I will be pasting more things that are not the asset sets like trees, rocks, etc. to make this come even more to life, and then we'll be wrapping it all up in the classic simulator border. I might change the lighting, I might not. We will see what the commissioner says, but I think so far, so good. So if we go to our brush tool, let's just get everything out of it. Like, we don't need any of this stuff anymore. So let's just take it on out. And then we can grab, let's do rocks and trees. We might as well. We have this, and I think we had a single rock. Yep, let me take this rock off because it's not the named one. I want to make sure we're doing the ones with names. Trying to stay organized because that's been something I have been horrible at. Just overall being a developer. With rocks, we definitely can have a random wobble. That'll be fine. And we can have a random scale. Let's do 0.7 to 0.2. I like that. And let's activate the brush. Let's make that a little bit smaller as well. So now our spacing also smaller. Now we can kind of just slap stuff around. Sometimes rocks, sometimes trees, maybe one rock, maybe two. I want a tree. I know I want a tree over here. Thank you. Wobble on the trees is crazy, by the way. But we're just gonna keep decorating this with brush tool, and then we're gonna add in our border mountains, and that should kind of finish up the map. It's not a hard one to do, nor can it be with the time limit I have, but that looks pretty good. Let's grab everything we just painted on, and we're just gonna sink all of it down. So let me find it. We have rocks, we have trees. Got a tree over there, rock, got it, nice. Is this all? There's no shot. There we go. We have a rock. That looks about it. Let's just sink this down. About there looks good. This tree has a little bit too much wobble, so let's get that one fixed. There we go. Now I'ma just copy and paste simulator borders around, not following the edge of the map. I'm gonna give it a little bit of shape so it feels a little bit cooler, hopefully. And I'll just see you guys when that's done. The haunted house, not something I'm excited to tackle, but it's gotta be something we have to do. So simulator border time, let's go. All right, guys, borders are placed. Pretty much everything is done. I'm gonna grab this dirt hill and I'm just gonna oversize it. This, once again, guys, is such a cheat code. So just raise it up, drag it down, make sure it's in the ground, and look at this. Such a cheat code for just adding like anything to your maps. Just a good bit of height variation makes things blend together better. All in all, these dirt mounds are so clutch. So I'm gonna place a few of those around. We could put some even like this over the edge. Still looks really, really cool. Bring that up. Maybe up a little bit? Something like that works. And then we'll put one more somewhere back here, I think. On both sides, though. Whoa, I didn't even know you could type in that thing. Look at this. You could type in here. I never knew that. Let's get this one in that corner, and we're gonna put one somewhere over here as well. Something like that. Move these rocks more on the map, and I think this is pretty decent. Let me make sure everything is anchored. It is, and let's click play. Look at this, guys. I don't think it's that bad. For like 1 hour spent building a map, I think we're doing pretty good. I'm gonna add a couple purple lights, like purple street lights, but sort of older themed. And I think that will be pretty good. Maybe add a fog particle emitter to the ground and just some finishing touches. Then I'll see if the commissioner likes it, and if he does, we'll move on to the mansion. All right, guys, we have jumped forward in time a little bit. Here is the line game, man. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Hopefully awesome. And by the time this video goes up, the game will be out as well. So I'll link it down below in the description. It may have 1 player. It may have 50,000. We have no idea, but best of luck to this guy's team, and I think my job here is done. I still can't believe trends are killing the development dream, and now I'm... life. But guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy and want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.